I must apologise to RCMoment.com for taking so long to get this review out, and the review is for the YH19HW foldable quadcopter with a HD 720p wide angle camera on it. Now the reason being is the overview went perfect on the bench, everything tested out well. I hovered it in the living room to break in the battery and the motors, and everything was perfect. Stored it away in the box for about a month because of the weather and the time I got it, around about Christmas, and I've not been well for over a month or even more. I went to take it out for a test flight and I couldn't get Wi-Fi and it wouldn't bind up to the transmitter very well. So I got clips of Wi-Fi from a different flight test that I tried. So I'll put a couple of clips in and well, you'll see what happens with the transmitter. Apart from that, I do believe there's nothing wrong with the quadcopter itself. I've seen a lot of other people with reviews flying it and it flies really good, but obviously I got a dud, and that happens in this RC game. Sometimes you don't get one that works perfectly out of the box, and unfortunately I didn't get one that worked perfectly out of the box. But enjoy the overview and the little test flight footage, and thank you RCMoment.com for sending me it out. There is a discount on the quadcopter. If you check out the link in the description below, you can get $9 off using the coupon code which you see below, or you can get 10% off anything that you buy from RCMoment.com. So there you have it. Now let me take the quad out of the way and you can see a little bit of this later, because I want to go through with you and show you what you get in the goodie bag. Now in the goodie bag you get just 2 props, well 4 props, and they are marked, you can see here, B1, and it tells you in the manual where to attach the props, and you can see A2. So they all come marked, and you also get a screwdriver so you can take the props on and off, and also put the batteries in the transmitter. You do get prop guards as well, so if you're a beginner, I would highly recommend that you do use prop guards. Now they're quite easy to insert, as you can see here, right there. You just pop them in there and take them out, and that's you. So once you get better at flying, you can take them off. Now you get a micro USB charging cable, because you do get a proprietary battery. Now we're always getting proprietary batteries these days, and the battery that we have, it's a 1-cell 800 milliamp LiPo battery. It takes about 90 minutes to charge up using the micro USB charging cable, and you'll get roughly about 9 minutes of flight time, depending on how you're flying really, if you're just hovering around or you're flying really fast. To slot it into the quadcopter itself, it's quite simple and easy. You just pop it in the back like so, and that's you good to go, as you can see. And you just push and pull and it comes out. And since we're at the bottom of the quadcopter, it does take a micro SD card so you can record via Wi-Fi, because it is a Wi-Fi quadcopter. Once you put that SD card in, it is a little bit fiddly to get in there, but once it's in there, you can only record to the SD card. Now if you take the SD card out, you can only record to the app on your mobile phone. So just keep that in mind. The rubber feet at the bottom here, as you can see, I put a little bit of goo at the bottom because when I took it out of the box, one of the feet fell off. So I would highly recommend that you put a little bit of goo, take them off, put a little bit bit of glue at the bottom, put them back on, and that'll be them nice and secure and they won't fall off anymore. Now at the front here you have your 720p HD camera. Now I love this camera and I'll tell you why. It tilts up, yes. You know, I've been wanting this so much because every other quadcopter out there, all the cameras seem to be fixed, or they're straight, they just face straight ahead, or they can point downward, but this one can point upwards. I don't care if I see the props when I'm flying. I don't want to see the ground. I would rather see the props than the ground. That's for sure. Now to unfold it, you just unfold the arms like so, and it's really easy indeed. It's a geared quadcopter, of course, so you have your gears in here. I'm not really a fan of the gears being here because if there's any problems or a gear comes loose, you will lose the gears. The motors that are inside here are 8620 motors, so they're quite big motors because the weight of the quadcopter itself with the prop guards on and the battery is around 160 grams, so that's quite a good weight. Now the quadcopter comes with altitude hold, return to home, headless mode, it does 360 flips. You've also got automatic takeoff and automatic land on the transmitter, and you do have a gravity sensor with the app if you're using a mobile phone, but I never use the mobile phone at all. Let me just leave the quadcopter there for the moment and bring the transmitter over, because you're going to say, oh, look at that, that looks quite familiar. Yes, it does, because it looks exactly like the eScene E58 transmitter, except for this one is more detailed. It says on and off, and it shows you return to home and your headless hold mode button here, as in the eScene E58 does not tell you any of that. So let me just put that aside for the moment and go through everything with you. These are fake antennas, so you don't need to put them up. And you do have your phone holder at the bottom, the same as the eScene E58, and your phone buttons will get still touch at the top here. So I'll just put that away just now. Excuse me. You have your trim buttons here, your return to home button here, your headless hold mode here, and let's go over to the keys at the side. Now this is to record and take a picture, but I'm afraid it does not work. You need to use the app for that. On this button here, this is your rate button. It has 3 rates, low, medium and high. If we go on to the other side, here you have your emergency stop button that will cut off the motors if you crash, so I would hit that immediately if I was you. And you have your 360 flip button. Now I don't know if the quadcopter flips just sideways or it flips forward, backwards and sideways, because I haven't flown it outside and flipped it yet, but the distance on the transmitter is about 50 to 80 meters, and the Wi-Fi distance is about 40 meters. That's quite typical for these types of quadcopters these days. It takes 3 AA batteries, so that's, no, wait a minute, we're not finished yet, because once to start the motors up, you pull the sticks outwards and down to the bottom, and to recalibrate the gyro, if it's drifting, you push them inwards and down to the bottom. And once you've started the motors up, you can automatically take off by pushing in the left stick, or you can automatically land by pushing in the right stick. Or if you want to land another way, you pull down on the left stick, or if you want to take off after you've armed the motor, just push up on the left stick. That's what I usually do. I don't like using automatic takeoff and land. I really don't really don't like using that at all. Now let me just turn the quadcopter on for you. You can see those lovely blue LED lights at the front flashing away, green at the back, and a red LED light right here. Let me just set it here and turn the transmitter on. And that's us bound up. Now I'm going to arm the quadcopter. Just like that. It should shut off, am I right? Will it shut off if it sits there? Yes, it does. It automatically shuts off after a while if it's sitting there for too long and you don't take off. So don't worry, your quadcopter is not broken. That's what it does. Okay, so that is as simple as easy as that. Now I'm going to turn the quadcopter off again because we're going to go over the manual. And the manual is excellent, I must admit. It's easy for beginners to go through, and you will have your quadcopter up and running before you know it. And because it's a Wi-Fi quadcopter, you also get a little leaflet, and it asks you to download YH19HW from the Play Store, and or you can scan it, as you can see here. And once you've done that, you want it. Let me just get it up and running on my phone. I'll turn on the quadcopter, go into my Wi-Fi settings, and what you want to look for is Wi-Fi 720p. So we want to connect to that, and hopefully you'll connect up to that straight away. And run the app. My screen's a bit greasy because I've been swiping it with my fingers. I must apologise. Anyway, go into the settings, because I'm saying that because when I first loaded the app up, it wasn't on 720p, so I had to turn it on to 720p. Okay, so then now we'll just press play, and wait a minute. Why aren't we connected? I want to connect to you. Ah, we are connected now. There you go. I must admit, the camera is really, really good. It has all your normal settings as every other Wi-Fi quadcopter out there. Now remember, there's no SD card in, and you will see the timer start off there. But if you put an SD card in and start recording, you won't see a timer, but you will see that icon light up, and you can take a picture and change your rate through your flip. Turn the camera upside down if you want to. And if you've got 3D box goggly things, you can use them or come out of it. It has all the usual Wi-Fi settings that you need to use. Okay, I do believe that is it for the whole quadcopter. Now all we need to do is go out and test fly it. Been having a lot of problems with this quadcopter trying to get it to bind up. The reason being is something wrong with the transmitter on and off button. Inside, I don't know what's the matter with it at all. But and the Wi-Fi all of a sudden stopped working. I'm going to put it in rate 2 just now. As you can see, you've got the green, rate 3, rate 1. Rate 1's very ductile. Green light to the back, blue light to the front. I'll put it back into rate 2 and take it out for a little flight. I've been having major issues with this quadcopter. It is nothing to do with rcmoment.com. It has to do with the manufacturer. I've obviously got a defective product. The transmitter and the Wi-Fi
is not working at all, and I don't trust any of the buttons on the transmitter, so I am just getting this flight out of the way and see what we can do. Right, flip time. Nice tight flips. No, it didn't want to flip there. And another, and another. Could do no back flip. It doesn't do back or front flips. And it didn't want to do a flip there either. Whoa! Okay, I don't want to try and flip again, as you just noticed there. When I try to flip the quadcopter, it automatically shut the motors down because there's a button right next to it at the back that automatically cut off the motors. Now, like I said, I have major problems with this quadcopter. I have no idea what's wrong with it. But I'm flying it for the sake of this review. I'm going to keep it away from myself, I'll tell you that much. But obviously mine needs replaced. I'm not going to ask for a replacement because this is the first quad I've had off at rcmoment.com, and it was nice enough for them to send it out to me. But unfortunately, this one is not working properly. As you can see, I didn't turn it that much. I'm not touching the sticks and it's drifting. I don't even know if I want to try and trim it out. Let's trim it out. Stop. Right, I've trimmed it out a little bit, there you go. Oh, whoa. It's really not responding properly at all to my stick input. Yeah, there's really something the matter with this transmitter. It's not working properly at all. It is very, very twitchy. Like I said, the Wi-Fi is not working. Look at that. Oh my God. The Wi-Fi is not working at all. It did work at first, then it stopped working. I don't understand why. Whoa, 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 whoa. I barely touched the stick there and it decided to go up to the left. I never even turned the quad there. This is going to end up in a disaster, I feel. I really do. I think it's not coming down. Alright, the battery's out. It's landing by itself now. So, as you can see, the YH19, this one is defective. There's something seriously wrong with it. And I'll repeat again, it's not rcmoment.com fault. It did fly good at one point, then all of a sudden it decided not to. It's not even been crashed. I have no idea what's went on or what's happened at all. But thank you to rcmoment.com for sending me this out. Don't forget to set the link in the description below for a discount on it. It does fly properly. If you do get a quad that is not defective like this one, they don't always come like this, believe you me. And you can also get a 10% discount on anything you buy from their store. So thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and as always my friends, happy flying.